Yeah, I suggest you check out Deborah and Esther in the Bible. So the book of Esther, and then Deborah is in Judges chapter 4, and I like verses 4 through 9. But it talks about what those women did, and they were both amazing leaders. And so the reason I bring that up is because some people say, oh, women can't be pastors. Well, I believe they can, and I am a minister. So anyways, also when you go to 1 Timothy chapter 2, and then it says, verse 11, let the women learn in silence with all subjection. And then 1 Timothy 2:12, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. And then verse 13, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. So what I want to point out is we're talking about usurp. So that's a huge word that we need to talk about, because that's talking about like dominating. So say if my husband was next to me right here and he's trying to teach some men something, I can't be like, hey, no, that's not right, and I'm usurping and I'm dominating over what he's saying. That would totally be wrong, because in the next verse it's talking about Adam and Eve, so it's talking about that relationship, that marriage between a man and a woman. And so I believe 1 Timothy chapter 2 verses 11 through 13 is talking about the relationship between a man and a woman, and that the woman should be respectful of her husband and not try and talk over him, dominate him when he's teaching. And she can't be like, no, I know more than you do, listen to me, people. No, she's not to dominate or usurp. But a woman can be someone that helps people, teaches people, leads, guide, all of those things. Like I said, Deborah and Esther are two amazing women in the Bible that, huge leadership roles. So obviously they did do some teaching in there. Whether exactly how they taught, I don't think it really tells you step by step how they taught, but how can you have Esther and Deborah in those positions and that they didn't speak any words of teaching? I beg to differ. I'm sure they did. So I suggest that when you're trying to say, oh, look at 1 Timothy chapter 2, it says that women can't teach. Okay, well, I think that is the setting between the man and the woman, and we're not supposed to dominate over our husband and all of that. But again, I suggest you research Esther and Deborah, because those are two women that rocked it. So, all right, there you go. That's my opinion.